So if that's the reason that he's not tying it down, then I would say like drop him. I feel like guys nowadays in this generation, like they don't want to make girls official.
We just went engagement ring shopping a little bit ago. To guess, I feel like I need a coffee cup.
You want a coffee cup? I can totally get you a coffee cup. Hi guys, and welcome back to the Grace Crew. Today's episode is going to be a little bit different because I actually have my boyfriend on with me, and this is my boyfriend Anson. You might have seen him on my Instagram or on any of my social media, but we've been dating for almost 3 years. Actually, yesterday we celebrated our 2 years, 11 months. So he took me to a cute little like rooftop dinner and we had some like lobster, some food. It was so fun. But today we're going to be doing a Q&A all about our relationship. So you guys asked and we're going to be answering. So we're going to be diving into just like obstacles that we've had in our relationship, how we can like pursue Christ. And we're also going to be answering if a guy is not pursuing you right, like should you be dropping him? But before we get into all of that, we're going to talk a little bit about Anson. So I want Anson to like tell himself, like tell stuff about us like to you guys, because you guys probably have never heard him talk before. So yeah.
So I'm from Ohio as well, just like Alexis. We went to the same high school growing up. But I come from a family of 7, so 5 siblings. I was right in the middle, number 3. And I'm 2 years older than Lexi, so we had a bit of an age gap graduating high school. We didn't actually start dating until after I was graduated. And I did my first 2 years just at a local college commuting.
And then I convinced him to transfer to Liberty with me.
Yep. So we transferred to Liberty this last year and just completed our first year there. And
Tell him what you're studying.
Yeah, I'm in finance major.
Yeah, and then I'm in communications there together. So we're not in the same building at all, but we see each other on the passing. And I'm like, hi, he used to dress up for his, and I get to like be in my hoodie and sweats. And then I want to talk a little bit about how we met. So our like how we met is like kind of weird because like Anson said, like me and him live in the same hometown. We've honestly known each other for like forever because our like moms used to sit together at basketball games and stuff. And then our grandparents are actually friends. They all go to the same church and the same like Bible studies and all that stuff. So me and Anson have known like of each other for a long time, but we never like actually dated. I cheered for him too. So I like watched him do basketball. He was like the captain of the basketball team. I got to cheer for him. It was like super fun, but we literally never spoke. Like we just study hall together and I always get on him because he literally never spoke to me. And I'm like, Anson, why'd you never talk to me? But how we met. So you tell, just start at the beginning.
Yeah. So it was this.
Or not how we met, but how we started talking.
Yeah. Well, I just added you on Snapchat the year after I graduated. So it's like that summer. And we were just kind of like casually like snapping.
So basically what happened is he like posted a Snapchat story of him. He was like on vacation. And he posted a story of him with like this dude. And I slid up on his Snapchat story. And I was like, Anson, like, dang, who's that dude? And it was his friend. And Anson was like, I don't even like, and I was like, drop his Snapchat. Like, I wanted this guy's Snapchat like really bad. And Anson was like, I don't even like know this guy very well. Like, no, you can't have it. And I was like, what do you mean I can't have it? And he's like, no. And then after that, I started talking to him. So me and him literally
that's
just like,
how it started.
That's how Anson slid in. He's like, no, you can't have a Snapchat, but you can talk to me. And so me and him started like Snapchatting literally back and forth. And then our first like, I don't even know if you call it a date, our first hangout where we like actually talked to each other was going to church. So I didn't have my driver's license yet. I was 16, but didn't have my driver's license.
Your mom dropped you off.
So my mom dropped me off at our local Dunkin'.
Oh man, that was funny.
Yeah, my mom dropped me off, and then me and Anson, I thought we were gonna go inside of the Dunkin', but we didn't end up going inside. We got in his car and then went through the Dunkin' drive-through and we started talking. We were in a rush to get to church, and then he went to the high school youth group with me that day, and it was fun. And it's love ever since. So
love ever since.
Hit a guy up on Snapchat and ask for his friend's Snapchat. So you guys submitted Q&A questions to my Instagram story and my broadcast channel. So now me and Anson are going to dive into those and start answering them.
Yeah.
So what's our first one?
The first question is going to be, what qualities do you think are important to have in a partner?
Yeah. So the first one that I would obviously say is that they're also pursuing Christ with you, because that's really important to have in a relationship. You want somebody who's able to go to church with you on like a Sunday, Saturday, be able to worship the Lord with you, and is also trying to pursue the same things as you. So that would be the first one that I was going to say. And then for the second one is, I think that it's really, really important to be a good communicator. So I think that's something me and Anson like do really well, and we've kind of like learned about each other too.
Definitely a learning process.
But I think it's something that's really important, because if you don't talk about stuff with your partner, then you end up just like shoving things under the rug and like, you don't like resolve issues very well. So I think Anson's a really good listener, because he's definitely like, I'm like the yapper and he's like the quieter one. So he's really good at listening to me. So I really like appreciate that about him. And I also think it's really nice to have a partner who is passionate about the stuff that they do. So Anson, like he like loves his job, like loves whatever he's doing, and like he's a really, really hard worker. And that's like something I really like about you, because it just keeps him like, I know that he's like doing well and he's doing things like for the glory of God, and it's just awesome to see. Yeah.
I would say for me, it's just like to be like selfless and not always be, you know, thinking about yourself. Because in a relationship, it's pretty important that you both have an understanding that's like a give and a take. It's not always just like everything's going to go right your way. And and then another thing would be, I guess, just to be a good listener. Just like, so when we're communicating with each other, we're both, you know, hearing what the other person's saying and kind of being able to see from their side of things.
Our second question that you guys submitted is, what is our best piece of dating advice? What do you think?
I would say the best piece of advice for me, like I guess kind of geared towards guys, would be like just to not get like comfortable. Like it kind of happened to us a little bit. I felt like around like the 1.5 year mark for me, where it's just like I didn't like, I stopped taking you on like as fancy dates for a while, because it's just like, you know, we knew each other. We felt like we knew each other so well. So it's like we would just come over your house and it'd be like super chill. But then you know, you got to take her out on nice dates.
Yeah, which he definitely does better now. But we did have like a little season like that where it was like, we literally, all we would do is like hang on the couch, like watch movies and stuff. And also when you've been dating for a longer, that's like doesn't lead to good things either. So I think it was better for us to just like get out of the house and start like just like still like fall in love like he used to. Like on our first dates, we used to like walk our dogs and do fun things, just like get back into the routine with that. And then for me, what I think the best piece of dating advice would be to definitely bring them around your family and friends early on, because like they'll tell you the truth. Because like sometimes you can get just like really infatuated with somebody and be like, I love him, he's perfect. And your family would be like, well, did you see this about him? Like, did you ask these questions? Yeah, the red flags. Yeah. So like if you have a mentor or somebody, just to bring him around. And like my family was really helpful. They love Anson. Like all my family friends, I got the green flag. They're like, yeah, he's great. Like if you break up with him, like we'll be mad at you. So that was good. But like your family will tell you straight up. So I would say like bring them around your friends and like really take into consideration what your friends are saying about them, because they'll like know what's best for you.
Yeah. So the next question we have is, what's our biggest obstacle as a couple?
Okay, so we've been dating for a while, so we definitely have a couple. But one of our most recent ones is obviously we started dating when I was in high school and he was in college. So when we hung out, we probably saw each other like, what do you think? Like 3 or 4 times a day. And it was only in the evening. It wasn't like super long hangouts or anything. Yeah. So then when I graduated out of my high school and he then decided to transfer to Liberty. So we both moved to Liberty together. We got in some fights. We
just started, we live like 1 floor apart from each other.
Yeah,
so
I'm on floor 6 and he's on floor
7. For like 4 or 5 hours every day, 7 days a week. So it's kind of like a good test for us, I feel like, getting ready for like, you know, obviously thinking about marriage in the future. So it was like kind of a test to work through some of those things that you'd see when you're living together, because we obviously had issues arise that don't arise when you only see each other 3 or 4
and it's always over very, very like little things. So it was like, I don't even know. What are some examples?
Just like where to go eat,
where we were going to eat at, like, what time we were going to go to the library. Yeah.
Because like normally on like date nights, you know, I just come over and it's like only dinner and it's just like, all right, we'll go grab dinner or whatever. But there's like every meal every day, or you know, you want to go study at the library or something. I'm like, wow.
And like he wanted to go to the gym with me at a certain time. I wanted to go to different. So it's like really we just had to learn how to be like considerate of each other and understand that. It
goes back to that like not being selfish. It's like because you always want to do. I always want to do what
I want to do. I always want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like always, it was just hard to keep our schedules aligned, and then we just like I feel like we learned from it though, and throughout the year it got so much better. Like we started the year and it was like also a lot of like stress on us too, because like new classes, new friendships, we have roommates, we have all these things happening, and we just got like really frustrated. But like as the year went on, we learned how to like work it out and like realize like he does not like going to the library. So when I invited him to the library, he's like, I don't want to be invited to the library. Stop trying to invite me to the library.
I don't do the library.
Okay, so our next question submitted was, do you think social media has a positive or negative impact on relationships?
Yeah, I would say it's probably a little bit of both, because it's like not all positive or negative, I think. But I don't have any social media myself, so not that I can like, you know, speak on it too much, but I just think it can add like some false like comparisons with people posting like what their like the best version of their life looks like their best, you know, hour of their day on social media, and like other people like always trying to like live up to that. But
I think that's definitely true. So since me and him are such polar opposites, like I'm obviously very active on social media. You've never seen me tag him because he doesn't have any. But I agree with him that it can just be a really like toxic environment for relationships in general, because people are always following their exes, or they're liking like girls like half naked pictures and bikinis and like stuff, and we just like don't have to deal with that, and like all like the Instagram models, all of that can be really hard on relationships. And it just like can create like a lot of like disrespect, I feel like, because like a lot of the boys will follow all of that and they're like, well, it's just like a friend. And like, I don't think that's okay. So that's really nice that we like haven't had to deal with that. It's been really good. So like Anson said, I think that it can go both ways and you can use it in a really positive way, but if you just get like overly indulged in it, it can be like really negative.
Next question is, should I drop a guy if he won't make us official?
Yeah, so I saw this question submitted on my Instagram and I was like, oh, we have to answer this one. So I think it's really important to understand like what you guys are when you're in a relationship. So if you've only been talking to someone for like a couple weeks, I wouldn't like pressure the guy to make you guys official. But if it's been like a solid like 2 or 3 months, like it's time for the guy to be like decide what you guys are, because he should be making it very clear that he likes you. He should be getting you flowers and taking you out and like treating you like how you should be treated. Because I feel like guys nowadays in this generation, like they don't want to make girls official. They want to be able to like talk to all the girls, like talk to their exes, whoever, and then kind of like have you too. And that's why they won't tie it down. So if that's the reason that he's not tying it down, then I would say like drop him. And me and Anson actually had like a thing at the beginning of our relationship. I was like, what are we? Like, are we official or not? Because he was heading off to college. I was graduating out of high school and I was like, okay.
She asked me, I didn't even know. I was like, I thought we were official.
Yeah, he thought on the first date. He was like, the first date made us official.
I thought the first date was official. That's how,
so maybe he doesn't understand. Maybe he doesn't understand. But I would say that most guys do probably know. And like, it's
I don't
time
know
to
social media.
him.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
I think it's important to question and be like, are we official? Because if not, like I put a lot of time and energy in this and I'm no longer interested. Like to put up that boundary, I think is important.
For sure.
Okay, and then our next question is, did you guys have boundaries when you first started to date? And like, what were they kind of?
Yeah, I would say we definitely have boundaries. Like we're obviously pursuing like purity, wait until marriage to have sex and all that. Like especially important like as you get later. Like we've almost been dating for 3 years now. So like the longer you date, like the harder it gets, obviously, because you guys just get more comfortable with each other. You've been hanging out a lot more. So
yeah, and then I also think it's important to also kind of have like emotional boundaries too when you first start to date, and like not just immediately trauma dump on somebody. I think it's really important to like know each other's stories though. But I think me and him, we both come from like divorced parents background and have just like a lot of like icky, messy things that like we have to talk about and like get through. But I just think like immediately off the bat, we didn't like immediately dive into all that, even though it's really important to hit. But like we probably waited like a good 3 and 4 like months till we like can protect each other with the knowledge and like know that somebody's trustworthy before we just like open up and like open our whole entire heart to somebody. Because we don't want to like open up and tell someone like everything on our heart and then them know it and maybe like use it against us or something if they break up with us. So I definitely think that was like a boundary we had too. And then our last question submitted was, are you guys getting married? Do you hear wedding bells in the future?
Oh yeah, definitely. We just went engagement ring shopping a little bit ago. Lexi came with me to pick out her specific kind of ring. Not that I wanted her to, but it was fun to have her there. No surprise on that end. But
no, I didn't want a surprise. I'm very type A and I like to like choose like what my ring is. I have my whole entire Pinterest board and I was like, please take me with you.
Yep.
And he did. He took me with you. But it's definitely in our future, so we'll see.
She doesn't know when the engagement is, so there'll still be a surprise for that. But she will know what ring. But.
Yeah. But that's it for all of our questions for today. Let me know if you guys liked this video and drop a comment if you did. And all my social medias are at Alexis Joy Joseph, so make sure to follow those and subscribe to see more content.